What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. I just want to talk about something that I noticed that a lot of guys do, and you really shouldn't. And that's bigging up your enemies, and I don't know, maybe even possibly and potentially too much of your friends to your woman. Now, bigging up your homies is not a problem. To your girl, if it becomes a consistent, thing, you might want to leave that off. But let's get into the enemies, and I'll explain a situation or situations that I have seen, but one that I experienced in specific, and then it clicked that I've seen this before more than once. So I used to work for an engineering company, and there was a guy in there, hated my guts. He used to be an ex-Nazi, and he married this girl, Pakistani girl, cute looking little Pakistani girl. So, he ran into some, Pakistani pum-pum and decided he wasn't a Nazi anymore. So he's not a racist anymore because, he got some of that brown sugar. So, me and this dude, we just didn't get along. Probably because he had, still had some ethnic leanings in terms of proclivities and dislikes. Anyway, he used to go and always talk to his girl, complain, argue, because me and this dude used to fight a lot. And eventually they got divorced. I tried to actually help him out. I gave him the rational mail because I could see that he wasn't going to last in terms of his marriage. It didn't take much to actually recognize that he was having problems in his marriage. They ended up getting divorced. So I went back to the company for a short time, just did some contracts for them, and I ran into his girl, his ex-girl, divorced. What's the first thing she did? She started throwing it at me. I mean, she was throwing it hard. I was just like, you used to bang that guy I hate. And a lot of guys, they might like, oh, yeah, I get to bang that girl of the guy I hate and hates me. And they would see that as some sort of win. But to me, that's just like, yeah. So anyway, I just realized that a lot of guys, when they break up with their girls end up banging their friends or their enemies. And this is probably because you give too much attention and time to your girl about your enemies or your friends. And then so when she wants to really get at you, what's she going to do? I don't think, for instance, that woman was truly attracted to me. It could be. I'm an attractive guy. But I don't think it was an attraction to where she just wanted to actually, be in a relationship now that she's out of one. She just knows her ex hated me. And so the idea of actually, me smoking that pum-pum, was really appealing to her in terms of like getting at her ex, which also let me know that she wasn't past the relationship. And it was actually after some discussion, it turned out that the marriage had like recently ended, like 3 or 4 months prior to that. So, but we see this a lot of times. Guys will, have some sort of tiff with their girl, and their girl ends up screwing one of their friends or one of their enemies. And you give her this information. She understands, instinctively that it's going to harm you or annoy you if she messes with that guy in specific. So don't give them that information, guys. If your friends are around or they happen to meet them, whatever else, be polite, whatever else, in terms of your homies. Again, it's my homies, big homie, big dog, so-and-so, or whatever else. But your enemies, don't give your girls all that information don't arm them, I always say you're going to have enemies. You don't have to give them the ammunition. I mean, they're always pointing guns at you. Don't give your enemies ammunition. And I'm not saying your girl's your enemy, but one day she might be. And when she's your enemy, she's really your enemy. So just something to think about, guys. And why would you be talking to your girl, a whole bunch about another guy anyway? You just freaking weird cooked stuff. Don't do that.